Welcome to another day of not feeling safe online and realizing that when you're on the internet, you may as well be in Grand Central Station. So, what's going on today? Several researchers, including a member from Google's Project Zero and several others from major universities, found major security flaws they're calling Spectre and Meltdown, and this affects Intel, ARM, and AMD processors, as well as servers. So pretty much affects various computers, smartphones, I'm assuming tablets, and most definitely servers. And the way Spectre and Meltdown first is, we need to look into how computer processors basically process data, including sensitive information like passwords and emails. So the way it works is that to make computer processors run faster, a chip, I'm assuming the processor itself, guesses what information will come next in a process called speculative execution. So if the processor knows you're about to enter your email, it knows it's coming up. And so because of this, sensitive information is momentarily easier to process since you're not always typing in your email and password all the time. You're mainly doing it every time you log into your Gmail account, your Yahoo Mail account, or what else have you. So the way Spectre works is that it lets attackers trick the processor into starting this speculative process so that it could pretty much look up the password whenever it wants to read the data that the computer is trying to figure out next. I'm partially reading from my notes as well as speaking from the heart, if you will. Oh, I'm speaking from the heart, only for you guys, huh? And then Meltdown is a much simpler but still dangerous concept to grasp. It basically lets attackers access the secret info in a computer's operating system. And to date, according to CNET, nobody has been affected by a Spectre or Meltdown related attack. Although interestingly enough, I wouldn't be surprised if something like Spectre and definitely Meltdown had a part to play in some computer viruses. Maybe not the main part, but even if it was a small kernel. So, and because of this, Google, Microsoft, Mozilla, and Apple have announced updates for their various devices and services. Microsoft announced updates for the Windows 10 operating system. So I'm probably going to get on that after I'm done with this video, because even though I've moved on to Mac, my parents still use a Windows computer downstairs, and occasionally I still use that desktop. And also, Google announced that there will be a software update released today from the time I'm putting out this video to patch holes for Nexus and Pixel phones. And for Nexus phones, I think they specifically mentioned the Nexus 5X and 6P, so just keep that in mind. And also, Apple announced that iOS 11.2 and the new version of macOS will have protections against Spectre and Meltdown. Interestingly enough, Apple said that the Apple Watch is unaffected, even though they designed the processor for the Apple Watch just like they designed the processor for the iPhones. And Google said that Google Home, Chromecast, Wi-Fi, OnHub, and Gmail won't be affected, which I find interesting because Google is coming out with an update for Google Chrome to prevent attacks from Spectre and Meltdown. I had to look at my screen. So this is kind of going into why one of the things I've always liked about iOS was the constant updates, whereas with Android operating systems, the most you would get is security fixes and not like major new features, because when you update, you not only get new features that let's be real, you may not care about, but it would also provide not only soft protection from viruses, but also new power management features, which the latter, that I guess that makes iOS updates a double-edged sword, because yes, you're getting security fixes, but we might tone down the performance of your iPhone in order to compensate for your aging battery. By the way, I just remembered that on the Nexus 5X, it has a battery saving mode, and what it does, it actually reduces the CPU performance, and it gets rid of some of the animations under this mode, and it's honestly super choppy. I think the Nexus 6 also had this feature, the original Nexus 6, not me, well, I'm pretty sure the Nexus 6P, but yeah, but it's a super choppy feature. At least it only comes in either when you turn it on yourself, or it definitely kicks in when the battery is dying, when it's like at 10% or lower. So yeah, but still, Apple's problem, CPU performance one, is more of a problem because it's pretty much always on. But anyway, off of that tangent, so that's why I was really stressing the idea of getting software updates, as I said, not just to get new features. I mean, I know some people will say, well, when I updated to Windows 8, give me that fucking tile interface, but at the same time, would you rather have annoying new features or a computer virus, and then lo and behold, you're a victim of identity theft, you know? Now, is this something that we should be yelling at Intel, AMD, and the makers of ARM processors? Like, you know, why didn't you see this coming? I think this is a case of a symptom of a design practice that's been going on for years. I mean, CNET thinks that, with the way processors are designed, this exploit for Spectre and Meltdown may have been a thing for around 20 years, which I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt in that, you know, nowadays, since, you know, because 20 years ago, which would have been like mid-90s, internet existed, but it wasn't what it is today, so I think they kind of glossed over that. At least mainstream internet. I know that internet has kind of been tested for much longer than 20 years, but, you know, it didn't really make its way into the home until, let's say, around the mid-90s, you know, because that was the time when, you know, iMac was coming out and you could play online with the Sega Dreamcast. So I'm kind of giving these companies the benefit of the doubt of, you know, it's a symptom of a dated design practice. It's kind of like, to get a little political, it's like when people complain about the copyright laws, which it may have been fine for way back when the copyright laws came out. It's still flawed, yes, I know. But especially today, they're severely outdated, and now things like fair use can easily be manipulated because of those dated copyright laws. So that's how I see it. And the fact that these could be patched with an update, it does leave me kind of scratching my head that you didn't see this coming. It was a really quick fix. Yeah, it is kind of sketchy, but like I said before, that's kind of the symptom of a dated design practice. So yeah, so I'm just glad that they're able to fix it up real soon. Except for one, I heard that the Google Chrome update is supposed to come out on January 23rd, and Google's saying, oh, if you don't want to use that, you can use this kind of experimental feature, but I really wish they just got that software update out right now, especially since Microsoft and Apple are coming out with their software updates much sooner. So, alright guys, please make sure your computers and other devices get updated soon. Like I said, I'm going to make sure that my Windows PC is also going to get the update. And so yeah, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thanks for watching, watching. Hey guys, this has been a Blood Moon Bobby video. Please like this video or dislike it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.